How is it going, people? I am back with another video. Okay, so if you guys didn't know, Rockstar released the trailer for the new Grand Theft Auto Trilogy Remaster a couple of days ago. And at the end of the trailer, they showed the release date for the trilogy, which is November 11th, 2021. Unfortunately, though, the physical copy of the trilogy is coming at a later date, but you will be able to purchase a digital copy once November 11th rolls around. Anyways, I figured in this video I would watch the trailer and then talk about it a bit and tell you guys what I think of it. Before I start the trailer, I just wanted to let you guys know what consoles the trilogy will be available on. On November 11th, the trilogy will be available on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and Nintendo Switch. Okay, let's start the trailer.
Hello?
I got a little job for you, pal.
They mess with me, they mess with the biggest boy in town.
I'm glad to see things back the way they used to be.
Well, that ought to put the coyote in the chicken coop, huh?
Oh, yeah! And if he's ratting us out, kill him. It's easy. Haven't you ever seen a movie?
You say it like it's a bad thing.
Shut up, Carl!
Okay, that was a pretty interesting trailer. When it comes to the Trilogy Remaster, I am pretty excited, but at the same time, I am also kind of worried. I grew up on Grand Theft Auto 3, Vice City, and San Andreas, and I am a bit worried that the trilogy won't have the same aesthetic that I loved about the originals. There was already a remaster of Grand Theft Auto San Andreas in the past, which is the mobile version, and it was made by Grove Street Games. In my opinion, they did a horrible job with the mobile version. They broke half of the code and features from the original game, and made the characters look horrid during gameplay and cutscenes. And they gave CJ this weird... He almost looks like he's drenched in olive oil now. He's always shiny, and it looks weird. And as I said before, they got rid of that aesthetic that the original PS2 version had. They even removed most of the foliage from the game, which they did to make the game run better on mobile, but all it ended up doing was making the game world look ugly and barren. I was very disappointed when I realized that the trilogy is being made by Grove Street Games, the same people that made the mobile ports. I really hope we are not disappointed by the trilogy, but my hopes are not high at the moment, and I'm definitely not buying the game until I see some actual footage of gameplay. There are some things about the Trilogy Remaster that I am pretty excited about, though. One thing I always hated about the older Grand Theft Auto games was the horrible shooting controls. Apparently the controls are going to be modernized in the remasters. In the remaster for Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, for instance, they are going to be enhancing the drive-by shooting mechanics and the shooting in general. This is awesome because the controls have always been clunky in the older versions of the game. They're going to be making the shooting controls a lot more like Grand Theft Auto 5, which, depending on how they do it, might turn out good, might turn out bad. They will also be adding a weapon wheel and radio station wheel similar to the one that Grand Theft Auto 5 has, which I think is pretty cool. Okay, next I just wanted to talk a little bit about the horrible character models that Grove Street Games has made for the trilogy. It's not that the character models necessarily look bad, in fact they are an improvement from the original games. I just don't think that this cartoony look fits the world of Grand Theft Auto. I mean, Tommy Vercetti looks like a freaking Roblox Arthro avatar for crying out loud. Carl Johnson looks pretty good in the remaster for San Andreas, though, and the character models might look okay because of the new graphical and lighting upgrades, so I'm not going to judge too harshly until I actually play the games for myself. And hey, at least the characters have fingers now. I almost forgot to mention, the Grand Theft Auto Trilogy Remaster is apparently coming to Android and iOS sometime in 2022. I honestly think this is pretty cool, and I definitely plan on checking the game out and recording some videos for my channel. I just hope my phone is able to handle the games, to be honest. There isn't any news available about the mobile versions of the Trilogy Remaster right now, but I'm sure more information will be available in the future. Okay, before I end this video, I also wanted to mention the censorship that will take place in the Trilogy Remaster. For example, there is one character in Vice City that wore a shirt with a Confederate flag in the original game, and from what is being shown in the trailer, the shirt has been removed entirely to avoid controversy. This is similar to how Grove Street Games changed the dialogue for a mission in the mobile version of Vice City, where you have to kill Haitian gang members. This censorship doesn't really bother me, it just makes me worry that a lot of the content will be removed and cut from the game. Speaking of censorship, I also forgot to mention the songs that will be on the in-game radio stations. Rockstar has already removed several songs from the mobile version of Vice City because they did not renew the licensing for certain songs. So don't expect all the songs that were in the original games to be in the remasters. Okay guys, I am going to wrap this video up. I really do hope that Grove Street Games doesn't make the same mistakes that they did on the mobile versions of Grand Theft Auto, and if they do, then I will be a bit disappointed. I am going to try to keep my hopes up though. If you guys happen to enjoy this video, then make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. It helps out a lot. Thank you guys again for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.